Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And it's time now for another one of our interview segments presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. On Thursday, the United Way of Indiana County wrapped up its 90th anniversary fundraising campaign. And joining me right now, Amanda Augustine and Annie Rizzo, the campaign co-chairs, coming off a very successful campaign. Ladies, thanks again for joining us here on Indiana in the Morning.
Oh, thanks for having us, Josh. We're so excited to be here.
And good morning. And I got to tell you, I'm honored as well that this year Renda Broadcasting was recognized as as a recipient this year of an award for the things that we have done. And I want to say thanks to you two and to the United Way on behalf of us for thinking about us and giving us this award. I believe it was called the Good Things Award.
It was called the Great Things Award.
The Great Things Award.
Josh.
I'm sorry.
So each year, the campaign chair or co-chairs, as we are, get to give out the Great Things Award. And that award goes to an organization or a person that has gone above and beyond to support the campaign chairs in their efforts to raise funds. So when Annie and I were thinking about this and talking, Renda Broadcasting immediately came to our minds. And I'll let Annie talk a little more.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the whole campaign, we've been so fortunate to have the great partnership that we do with Renda. And like Amanda said, when we had the opportunity to sit down and think about, who made the biggest impact for us personally, it was definitely Renda Broadcasting without a doubt. And, as Amanda said yesterday at the breakfast, we came up here and taunted Todd with our silly costumes. Unfortunately, we don't have anything wild on today, and then Turkey-thon and then all the radio PSAs and just everyone, and you included, you've broadcasted at many of our events. So it's just been phenomenal, the support and, everything that you guys have put into supporting our campaign.
It has been a wild couple of months for the United Way of Indiana. It just seems like it goes by so fast. And you barely get time to breathe. Have you had time to at least take a breath now that this thing's over and you just say, wow, we've done a lot?
Yeah, as you look back over to the 6-8 months that we've been doing this, and I actually was thinking about this yesterday morning as we were preparing for the breakfast, that, we really started our time with Chris and Chrissy under a pandemic. So we were really, we work at the hospital, so we were trying to wrap our minds and our brains around what does the pandemic look like when we started working alongside Chris and Chrissy. And I mean, countless hours spent meetings and how are we going to do things. And, not only looking back over our time as the chairs of the campaign, but also as the co-chairs. It's just been overwhelmingly exciting to see how things have unfolded.
Talk about it from that perspective. I mean, you've had that great experience from last year in finding out how to run fundraisers in a situation where people have to be socially distant, pardon the term. But also you've been able to incorporate some of the live and in-person events. I mean, for one thing, of course, we were able to have visitors here for the Turkey-thon. You were able to do the Super Bowl once again.
Right. Yep.
But again, they were still kind of modified, but you were able to kind of take the best of doing things in person and the best of doing things virtually as well.
Right, and we were so fortunate, like Amanda said, during Chris and Chrissy's year when we were the co-vice chairs, kind of under, in the wing, watching them and learning how to navigate the pandemic. And fortunately, we're kind of seeing on the other side now, and we were able to have our breakfast yesterday, and we had, a group of people in person to celebrate it. And not only that, but that hybrid model. So we've been able to meet and connect with so many people who we might not have been able to do so had we not had those options. So we reach a lot more people when we can do virtual and in person.
This is always a learning experience, I would think, for the co-chairs. So I'll start with Amanda. What's the one thing you've learned about, it could be about Indiana County, it could be about yourself or the United Way. What's the one thing that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life from being a co-chair?
I think the one thing that's going to stick with me, Josh, is just flexibility. Mm-hmm. So to being able to plan events or meetings or whatever the plan is, to within 7 minutes of the time that it's going to happen to be able to change.
Yeah.
So I think the ability to learn that no matter what your plan is, you always, always, always have to be flexible in a split second to change directions.
No plan ever survives the first attack, right?
No. Yes,
So
definitely.
Annie, what's
So
the
true.
one thing that's going to stick with you?
The thing that'll stick with me the most, I think, is just the generosity of our community. It's just amazing. And, the people that pull together to make these things happen, whether it's volunteers or someone giving a donation or, from XYZ, people just really show up for our community. It's fabulous.
I think Indiana County is one of the most generous communities that's probably in the state because of the fact that we know that this money that's going to the United Way,
It's going back into our
it's going
community.
back into the community to organizations that deserve it, to the members' organizations,
Right.
and also the other programs that the United Way supports.
Absolutely.
We're talking with Amanda Augustine and Annie Rizzo this morning here on Indiana in the Morning on WCCS, kind of a wrap-up of the 2021 campaign, the 90th year campaign for the United Way. And I was taking a look at some of the statistics that Mark had sent me. Over $30 million raised in the United Way in Indiana County over the 90 years that the United Way's been in existence. That's staggering.
Yes.
And again, it just shows the generosity of this community.
That's right.
The fact that you exceeded your goal by $10,000 plus, I would say, because you had the goal of $654,000
Yep. And 90 cents.
$321.90.
Yes.
But you
Can't
got
forget
to
that.
but you got to $660,000 plus and 90 cents.
Right.
Right.
How'd you nail that 90 cents right on the nose?
Oh, we have our ways.
Yeah. So I think, like you said, our original goal, as we were reflecting back on the United Way in 90 years, and really what does this 90th year mean to the United Way? And we really wanted to take a look back to see what we've already done, but we really wanted to launch us into the future. So that's kind of where we came up with that 654-321. And of course, we couldn't leave out the 90th year. So 90 cents represents the 90th anniversary of the United Way. And we were just thrilled beyond belief when we actually found out the total. Because, we did know before today, but we only found out a couple of days ago what the actual total is. So I'll let Annie share that with you.
The total was $661,030.90.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing
It
that
sure
that
is.
you've been able to do that. So now talk about going forward. Are you two going to be mentors now to the new co-chairs?
Yeah, Chris Adams from First Commonwealth Bank and Amanda Hilliard, they are going to be, the next leaders of the campaign, and they truly have been alongside us and participating and trying to understand what it means to be a campaign chair. So, they're ready, they're prepared, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can do next year.
Right.
Sounds like a tough job, but you two handled it very well, I would
thanks,
say.
Thank
Josh.
you.
So
Thank you.
any final words for this campaign? We'll start this time with Annie.
Sure. Just want to give one final thank you to the community for supporting us, always being there. And I'll let you say anything else. You wanna add.
Just an additional, our gratitude to the entire community, from, the businesses who had workplace campaigns, to our corporate sponsors, to the ladies at the United Way office, and most importantly, to all of our senior representatives at Indiana Regional Medical Center for allowing us to have this opportunity.
That's right. A lot of cooperation, I would imagine, came from IRMC whenever they were told we're going to be campaign co-chairs. Okay, what do you need help with?
Yes, and 100% support from our team there. So we're very fortunate to work for an organization who believes in giving back to the community.
Well, we're glad that you two stepped up and gave back in this great way. Again, thank you very much for the hard work you put in for the campaign, and thank you very much again for stopping by Indiana in the Morning. All the best to you both, and please don't be strangers.
All right, thanks,
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks.